Hi, Sandy. Hi, Daisy. Hi, DD3. Hey, Muffin Mouse. Talk about stressing out. I'm not even kidding. Hey, Chicken Little. I am beat. I haven't been sleeping, like, it's crazy. Hi, Crow Friend. Thanks for saying hi. I responded to your message earlier. I'm just waiting to see, like, if a few people are going to get on before I say anything that way. Like, you know how sometimes, which it can't be helped notification-wise, you guys, like YouTube and their crazy stuff lately, but, like, somebody will come in and then, like, you know, you have to repeat it or things like that, basically. So I'm just kind of want to give it a second. Bear with me here. I feel like crap myself, and it's just, you know, being there for my boy is my number one priority all the way, and holy crap. Hey, Delaney. Carly. Oliver Madonna. By the way, I just want to let people know that while I was sitting in the hospital with my son, obviously a ton of things running through my mind. All of the very kind comments and prayers for, you know, my son and myself, that was very, very, very kind. And I thank you. I thank you very much. So, they didn't keep him. And they did not keep him, you guys. Hi, Blessed Mess. Lisa, Marilyn, Carrie, Bad Bish. We thought, you know, that they were going to, the surgeon come down and basically it was a different ER doctor. It was a female this time. The first time, you know, it was a male, which that's not like some big deal. But they didn't redo like a CAT scan, nothing like that. However, they did do ultrasound this time. More blood work, you know, the song and dance that way. And hi, Bluebird. So, you guys, like, there was more found out this time than obviously the first time around. I don't know what the deal was the first time around. I don't know, you know, if they were like, I don't think it can be the overwhelmed factor because realistically, it was crazy in that place.
Take it easy.
Like, it was insane. I'm not even joking. It was one right after another. Level 2 trauma, level 1 trauma. Like, it was mad. And right as we were actually leaving, the chopper was getting ready to take off. Like, it was just nuts. But so all they really did, no joke, from the time that we got there was, you know, the triage crap. Then they sent us out to the waiting room, and then it might have been like half hour, 45 minutes. Then they took him back to the room, started an IV, did a urine, got the blood work. Then they send us back to what they call waiting room number 2, which is the testing area. And we were there forever, it seemed like. All kinds of sick people, which there's going to be. It's, you know, the hospital. But we sat in there for some time, and then finally they got us into a room. And I did try to go live once. Unfortunately, at that time, I don't do real well with that from my phone because when I'm here at home, I'm using my computer. At that particular time that happened, that's when the surgeon was coming in. So, of course, I need to pay attention to what the surgeon's saying. And the surgeon comes in, checks him, states about the blood work, which the blood work was a bit elevated, but not, again, you guys, it's not putting off like these results that they're like, oh my God, we need to get him up to the OR like now. So the surgeon's like, okay. He said, obviously what's going on here, we know it's around the appendix area, crap like that. And he said, but I want the ultrasound. I want to see what's going on there. So I kid you not, you guys, from the time the surgeon came in until they finally took him for the ultrasound, it was 2.5 hours. When the person come in to do the ultrasound, because he was to get some medication for the pain, I had first asked, if it was possible before they do it, because he was already in so much pain. But realistically, if that would have happened, he would have just gotten moved to the back. They would have went on to the next person. But the person did say that they had 10 ultrasound stats that came all at one time. So it was like, it was a line basically. However, even after the ultrasound was done and he came back to the room, it was just like a waiting game at that point. And they did bring him in some medication. The first time that he got medication, it was the same as it was the other day when I had him there. It was like a week ago. And so it was Toradol, I believe. Again, you guys, Toradol, Tramadol. Well, this time, like he was about to cry. It was hurting pretty badly. And they brought him in fentanyl and put it into the IV, which I was a bit surprised. I didn't think they would have given him the fentanyl, but obviously they could see that he was having some problems. But again, they didn't keep him. However, they were going to, because of the way that the pain has been and just not knowing exactly how things are going to go. But one thing that they didn't tell me on the prior CT that was done and with the ultrasound that was done, they were able to see it on both tests, was around his liver. So, I'm not really going to get into it because I don't really want to cry. But when I said that there were some added things just to add some more stress for me, there is. And I don't know why they didn't tell me this before. And then, of course, in the blood work, they asked about diabetes because that was raised. Just some things that they didn't touch base with me on before. And the emergency room doctor and the surgeons that came down this time they were just amazing. It was not like it was the time before. It was almost like the time before I told you, I thought maybe the doctor was having a bad night or whatever the case may be. They showed a ton of concern. They could see that he was in a great deal of pain. So, I don't know. What I will say is this. Everybody knows that my son is 16 years old. My son has never drank. However, with his liver right now and the signs that it has, it would be a person that would have cirrhosis of the liver, but a non-alcohol. So that is what they brought to my attention tonight. And the doctor said, you got, did they say anything about this to you on the CT? And I said, no. And she said, well, it showed on the ultrasound as well. So, you know, so as a parent, you know, there's a lot of parents that have to hear some very bad things sometimes about their children. And, you know, anyway. So right now he's at home, and the doctor, the emergency room doctor, when she come in, she's like, we can't admit him to keep his pain under control. She said, with him being young, we don't want to discharge with a narcotic. And I understood that. Yeah, I understood. And she kind of left it up to him, and he did not want to stay. So, and that's kind of where we are until we see his PCP, and then they're going to get him scheduled with a surgeon. And also, I have to get with a GI and stuff like that, you guys. Sorry I'm not paying attention to the chat. I've just had a shit night, really bad. Didn't think that I was going to hear the things that I heard. And, you know, so. But again, thank you guys for the prayers and stuff. It was very kind. So I didn't think that, you know, I didn't want to go on without, you know, at least letting people know that have been praying and all that kind of stuff. It's very stressful. Thanks, guys. I feel like I'm more stressed now than what I was before, and which is a lot.
You smell something up there?
I'm going to. I don't know.
You think there's something in there for you?
I'm tired, and, you know.
Good guy.
Just need to, I think, relax and try to get myself together a little bit. I'm going to make sure that, you know, he the PCP does what they need to do, and then to get me, to a good GI doctor and stuff for him. But that was the words out of the emergency room doctor's mouth and the actual surgeon. So like I said, they were on top of it tonight. Even for as crazy as that place was, they were on top of it. So they said that definitely 100% that, this isn't good. So but anyway, you guys. So, I don't want to keep you guys here. And of course, I'm not going to sit here and cry and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to do that. And so before this other stuff happens, I will hopefully get on and see you guys tomorrow, okay? I hope that you guys have a good night. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks again for all the prayers. Appreciate it.